In this video, I'm going to talk to you about how you can get rid of your negative beliefs when manifesting and how you can actually focus on what you want. But before we get into that, if you're new here, my name is Kaisa, and on this channel we are manifesting our dream lives. So if that sounds like something you would like to do as well, don't forget to subscribe and click that bell sign to be notified whenever I post new videos. But now let's talk about negative thoughts. So what is a negative thought? It's actually not the thought itself that is negative, but it is your belief around it. It's the label you give it. No thought itself is either good or bad, but there are thoughts that we tend to label either as good or bad or maybe even neutral. And when we're manifesting something and our practice is to feel good, our practice is to feel as if we already have our desire in the here and now. We practice that. And then after some time, those negative thoughts start come into our minds, or those thoughts that we call negative, those thoughts that are like opposite to our manifestation, fears and doubts, they kind of creep in and start telling us that what if this law of attraction doesn't work? What if my specific person will move on and be with somebody else? What if I'll never be able to manifest what I want? All these thoughts that are not helping us when we are manifesting what we want. And it can be very difficult to deal with those thoughts because it feels like I just cannot stop them. They just happen to me. I'm trying not to think, but they just keep coming to me. But fear not, there are some things you can do about it. You are not the victim of your thoughts. Basically, if you are fighting against your thoughts, and usually we are only fighting against those so-called negative thoughts. Let's say a doubt that what if my manifestation will not happen? If you have that kind of thought and you label it as negative. And you kind of like, you cannot stop thinking about it. It comes to you over and over again. And the more you know that this thought is ruining your manifestation, the more similar thoughts are coming into your mind. Like the more it's getting ruined. And then you start believing that you cannot do this at all. You might start even believing that if only these negative thoughts were not there, then I would be able to manifest. But that's not true. If you are fighting against those negative thoughts, you are actually buying into them. You are seeing them as truths. You are taking them seriously. You are listening to them. You are listening to the stories they are trying to tell you. And sometimes, actually many times, where those negative thoughts come from are those subconscious limiting beliefs that we have. So there could be this whole entity, this energetic field within yourself, in your subconscious mind. For example, it could be that I don't deserve to have good things in my life. Let's say you are unaware of that, that is your belief, and then you are trying to manifest something, and those negative beliefs start coming in. And they start coming in because you have that belief that you don't deserve those good things. You don't deserve those things you want to have. And therefore, you are unconsciously sabotaging yourself and your manifestations. So if you have a lot of these negative beliefs and they are really, really bothering you, it could be very useful for actually listen to them for a while and figure out what is the story behind them, the belief. I can link a video up here talking about how you can become aware of your subconscious limiting beliefs and change them. So you can watch it after this one. But basically, the more you fight against something, or the more you try to get rid of those so-called negative beliefs, you're creating resistance. You're resisting those thoughts. Because a lot of times, thoughts come and go. We have so many thoughts in our minds every day, and we don't even remember most of them. We would go insane if we remembered all of our thoughts. We have good thoughts, we have bad thoughts if we label them, but in the end of the day, they are just thoughts. But if you have this so-called negative thought that you feel like is ruining your manifestation, and then it comes to you, and you're trying to ignore it, you're pushing it away. You're trying to pretend that it's not there. You're running away from it. You are only going to make it stronger. Because even when you are trying to ignore it, you are giving focus to it. You are putting so much energy into ignoring it. But what you could do instead is to acknowledge that, okay, there is this negative thought. I can see it. Be the presence around it. Do not identify with the thought. Do not identify with it and think like this is the truth. Question that thought. If you're manifesting, winning the lottery, for example, you do your practice and you feel good, but after that your mind starts drifting again. You start feeling bad. You feel like maybe it's not going to work out for you. Stop right there. Become that awareness around those thoughts and ask yourself, is that thought really true? I don't need to buy into it. I can just let it go. Sometimes the conscious mind can get obsessed with thinking. To me, it has happened a few times that when I got this so-called negative thought in my mind, I kind of started obsessing over it. I started spiraling into this negativity, knowing that I am actually only sabotaging myself. But practicing being in this present moment is a very powerful method you can use to overcome your negative beliefs. Stop labeling your thoughts. Stop labeling your beliefs. They are not who you are. You are this presence around it. That's what you are. And the reason why you are not your thoughts and you're not your beliefs is that you can watch them. If you wear them, if you wear your thoughts, you wouldn't be able to watch them. So take your focus off of those thoughts and just become present. And when you are able to reach that calmness within yourself, you can feel the presence, you start feeling okay with the present moment, and you are no longer identified with your negative thinking. You can start practicing your manifesting techniques again. It is going to be easy for you. When you are feeling overwhelmed, when your mind is racing, it can be very difficult to even reach the state of being where you feel okay. Therefore, it's very powerful and important to feel okay in this moment first, even if in this moment you don't have your manifestation. And don't listen to your mind, don't listen to that conscious mind. Those thoughts are going to be there anyway. But calm down and really focus on who you truly are. That presence, that stillness. You can watch your thoughts. You don't need to get attached to them. You can just let them go. You can watch them go like this. Don't get attached to them. Don't start being like, hey, like, go away, I want to get rid of you. No, it's just a thought. It will pass. Feeling is more powerful than those thoughts. Thoughts come and go. If you become identified with that thought, then you might start feeling bad. You might start feeling in a negative way. But if you can reach that higher state of being, that presence, you will see that kind of little negative thoughts, or whatever you want to call them, they don't matter. Because what matters, what is more important, is the feeling within yourself that I am the creator of my reality. And that feeling of love, abundance, greatness, energy within yourself. Because when you become familiar with that feeling, the feeling that you are the source, and everything begins within, you are no longer going to worry about those negative thoughts, because they will not matter anymore. You feeling like you are the source, the presence, is going to be so much more powerful to you. And that is when those negative thoughts will dissolve. They will not bother you anymore. But if you're trying to force them, if you're trying to push them away, if you're trying to get rid of them, that creates resistance, because you are trying to force something to happen. Just need to allow the flow of presence. Accept this present moment. Those thoughts don't matter. That will help you focus on what you actually want. But that's my video for today. If you like this one, please give it a like and comment below if you have any questions or comments, topics you'd like me to cover on this channel. And thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. So bye for now.